Research databases and NOODLE tools. This will be a guide for you as a student in how to do research and use our databases and the NOODLE tools. Why research? Research is the act of seeking out factual information in order to explore a topic in depth and/or to answer a question. Databases versus the Internet. A database is actually a virtual library. The information, articles, books, magazines, references, etc., stored in a database have been cross and peer-referenced. This means that academics and experts have approved that the information is valid. The Internet is open to any and all publishers. These include commercial interests, politically motivated interests, and multiple points of view, including academic and expert materials and information. To begin, you go to the website www.capetechlibrary.com. You'll click on the pencil icon, Databases. The password is books123. You may use Cape Cod Tech databases from any computer. When you first open up the library website, you will see databases as the first word on the left-hand column scroll bar. Click on that. You will then come to a page where you can choose to enter the databases. Where the pencil is, click there. Next, you will type in the password books123. Choose a database category that best matches up with the topic or question. If you're unsure, check in with a classmate, teacher, or Miss McHugh and Miss Conley if you're working in the Cape Cod Tech Library. It's important that you choose a category. If you just write your search into find where you see the X, it will be really confusing for you because it would be like walking into a huge library and just searching through all of the books for something rather than going to a specific area. This is what the categories do. They narrow down your search. Example. If you were going to write a paper or do a presentation about a specific person in history, biography in context would be the place where you would do your search. After you choose the category, type in keywords. If you do not find material that meets your needs, choose an advanced search. Be very specific with keywords and phrases. Again, ask your teacher or one of the librarians to assist you if you are struggling with finding information. You can find the Advanced Search button on the top right-hand column. Here is an example of an advanced search. Washington is the subject, and then we want very specific information about George Washington. New nation would be a keyword. Financial problems would be another keyword. Once you have found your information, these would be the research steps that you would take. Print out your information so that you can actively read. The funny strategies are very useful. Next, open up a new window and return to www.capetechlibrary.com. Click on Databases, and now click on NOODLE Tools. The idea is to have two windows open at the same time. When you open up NOODLE Tools, you want to click on Projects and create a new project. Your teacher will tell you what the project should be titled. Again, you want to have two windows open on your computer. One is the databases for searching for information and for copying proper MLA citation for your works cited page. The second is NOODLE Tools. This is for keeping track of your sources, and you can also use for note-taking. The research process. First, you're reading the information that you have printed out. Highlight and underline key information. Using Noodle tools or index cards, take notes. Be sure to cite your sources. What does cite your sources mean? When you take notes, write down the author's name at the end of the notes. If there is no author, write down the title of the article. You will need to put the source in parentheses when you use it in your research. Whatever comes first in MLA citation is what goes in the parentheses. If you are using the databases, you'll find the source citation properly cited in MLA format at the bottom of the article or reference or picture. You can copy and bring that over to the Noodle tools, where you would click on Project, create a new project. You would click on MLA Citation and Advanced. In-text citation. What does that mean? In-text means that you will be putting this information in your paper or your visual project. Citation means that you are claiming where you got that information. There are 3 types of in-text citation. One is the direct quote. This is taking information word for word and putting it into your research paper or visual. You must put quotation marks around all direct quotes. Then give credit to your source in parentheses. Notice the end punctuation goes after the parentheses. A second type of in-text citation is summarizing. This is taking longer pieces of information and shrinking it down to key points that you put into your own words. You do not need to use quotation marks, yet you must give credit to the source as this information came from someone else. Paraphrasing. Reading information and putting it into your own words. Again, you do not need quotation marks, but all sources must be cited. You must give credit to the source as the information came from someone else. Works cited page. All research papers and presentations must include a works cited page. Why? You must give credit to your sources. This validates your information and honors the source. A works cited page must be presented in alphabetical order. The sources must be presented in MLA format. Databases do this for you. The sources must match up with your in-text citation, otherwise it would not make sense. Here is an example of a works cited page. Notice that it is in alphabetical order and that the second and third and every line thereafter is indented. This is the correct format. Photographs and images also need to be treated just like the written word. Why? Someone drew a picture or a chart. Someone took a photograph. Credit must be given to the person who created the image. Artist, photographer, or website. Goes into parentheses beneath the photo. These sources must also be included in your MLA format on the works cited page. How to cite web images in MLA format. Cite the artist's name, title, underlined or italicized, date of creation, medium, the institution or individual who owns the work, and the city where the work resides. If you viewed the work online, end your citation with the date of access and the URL. Example. You may also use the NOODLE tools to have correct MLA works cited. Press the bibliography button. If you are using databases, you want to cite a database to create your citation. You will then come to a menu that looks like this. What types of source are you citing from your database? Your database will give you that information. You may also use Noodle tools to cite sources that are from outside of databases, print media, websites, digital files, and microfilm. Always make sure that you check that your citation is correct. Your teacher will tell you how to share your work. They may ask you to share it through Google Docs, they may ask you to print out your work, and they may ask you to share your work through NOODLE tools. Please refer back to this video as a reminder for any of the steps or processes in your research.